Hey everyone, welcome back to the Best English Podcast. I am so happy to see you here again. I'm Olivia.
And I'm James. How is everyone doing today? We hope you are ready for a really good episode because we have a fantastic topic.
Oh, absolutely. This is maybe the number one question we get in our emails. People are always asking, Olivia, James, how do I talk to native speakers? I feel so nervous.
Right, exactly. It's the big fear, right? You study the grammar, you know the vocabulary, but then you see a native speaker and boom, your mind goes blank.
Totally. It's like you forget everything. But today, we are going to fix that. We're going to show you how to sound natural, how to be confident, and how to actually have a fun conversation.
Yeah, because talking to native speakers shouldn't be scary. It should be fun. That's why we learn English, right? To connect with people.
Exactly. So, James, where do we start? I mean, there are so many tips.
Well, I think the first big problem is that people try too hard to be perfect. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Perfectionism is the enemy.
It really is. Learners think, oh, I cannot make a mistake. If I make a grammar mistake, they will laugh at me.
Which is totally not true.
No, never. I'm a native speaker and I make mistakes all the time.
You really do. I hear you.
Hey, okay, fair point. But seriously, native speakers don't care about your grammar. We care about the message. We care about what you were trying to say.
That's such a good point. If you were trying to order a coffee and you say, "Can I get a coffee, please?" but you make a small error, the barista understands you. They just want to give you the coffee.
Right. So tip number one is relax. It is okay to make mistakes. In fact, making mistakes is how you learn.
But James, how do you relax? When you are standing there in front of someone, your heart is beating fast, how do you calm down?
That's the hard part. I think you have to change your mindset. Instead of thinking, this is a test, think of it as a game. Or think, this person wants to talk to me.
Yeah, most native speakers are actually really nice if you try to speak English. We're not judging you. We're impressed.
Oh, totally. If someone comes to me and speaks my language, even if it's not perfect, I think, wow, that's cool. I don't think, look at those mistakes.
So don't be afraid. Just open your mouth and say something.
But wait, Olivia, what should they say? That's the next problem, right? Knowing how to start.
Ah, yes, the classic, hello, how are you?
Right. Which is fine, but it's a little bit boring. It sounds like a textbook.
It does. If you walk up to someone at a party and say, hello, how are you? I am fine, thank you, and you, it sounds like a robot.
Yeah, don't be a robot. We want real, natural English. So what can we say instead?
Well, it depends on where you are, but usually we use something called small talk.
Small talk. Yes, it's light, easy conversation. Not about politics or serious things, just life.
Exactly. So instead of how are you, you could say, how's it going?
Or how's your day been? Or even just, hey, what's up?
What's up is very common, but be careful, James. What's up doesn't always mean what is happening.
That's true. Sometimes it's just a greeting. Like if I walk past you on the street, I say, hey, what's up? And I keep walking. I don't actually expect you to tell me what is up.
Exactly. That can be confusing for learners. They think, what is up? Up where? The sky?
Right. The sky is up. No. It just means hello.
So context is key. But let's say you are waiting for a bus or you're at a coffee shop. You want to start a conversation. What do you do?
The easiest thing is to talk about what is happening around you. This is called situational small talk.
Oh, I love that. Can you give an example?
Sure, let's say it's raining really hard. You're inside a shop. You can look at another person and say, wow, can you believe this rain?
Yes, that's perfect. It's immediate, it's shared, you're both experiencing the rain.
Or if you're waiting in the long line, you can say, I've been waiting here forever.
I know, right? It's so long today. See? Now you're friends.
Exactly. You're complaining together. Complaining about the weather or waiting in line is a great way to bond.
It sounds funny, but it's true. British people love talking about the weather. Americans love talking about traffic.
Or sports. If someone is wearing a shirt for a sports team, that's an easy opener. Hey, nice shirt. Are they playing today?
That is a great tip. Look for clues. What is the person wearing? What are they holding? What are they looking at? Use that information to start a chat. It feels much more natural than just saying, "Hello, let us speak English."
Let us speak English. Yeah, don't say that. That sounds weird. So we have the mindset, relax. We have the opening, small talk. Now what about keeping the conversation going?
This is the hard part for many people. The conversation dies after 2 minutes. Silence.
Awkward silence.
Terrible. So how do we avoid that?
I think the secret is asking questions, but not just yes-no questions.
Good point. If I ask, "Do you like coffee?" you say yes, and then silence.
Right, that stops the flow. You need to ask open-ended questions.
Explain what that is.
It's a question that requires a longer answer. It starts with why, how, or what.
Okay, so instead of "Do you like coffee?"
I would ask, how do you like your coffee? Or what is your favorite coffee shop in the city?
See? Now you have to think. You have to say more than just yes or no.
Exactly. I like it with milk, and I love the cafe on Main Street. Now we have a new topic, cafes.
It's like a tennis match. You hit the ball back to them. You give them a chance to speak.
I love that analogy. A conversation is like a game of tennis. Don't hit the ball into the net and stop the game.
Also, don't keep the ball forever. Don't talk for 10 minutes about yourself.
That's important too. Some people get nervous and they just start talking and talking because they're afraid of silence.
We have a name for that in English, rambling.
Yeah, don't ramble. Stop, take a breath, and ask a question. Give the other person a turn.
What about when you don't understand what they said? That is the scariest moment for a learner. The native speaker speaks fast and you miss it.
Oh, that happens to me too, even in my own language. If someone mumbles, I don't understand.
So what can you say? "I don't understand"?
You can say that, it's honest, but there are better ways to say it that sound more polite and natural.
Like what?
You can say, "Sorry, could you say that again?" Or, "I missed that. Could you repeat it?"
Those are good. Very polite.
Or if you just didn't hear one word, you can ask, "Sorry, what was that last word?" Or even just, "Sorry?"
Just "sorry" with a question in your voice works.
Yeah, totally. It sounds like, "I didn't catch that. Please help me out."
And native speakers are usually happy to repeat it. They might speak a bit slower too.
Yes, if you ask, they will adjust. They realize, oh, this person isn't a native speaker, let me slow down.
But what if they use slang words or an idiom you don't know? Like James might say, "It's raining cats and dogs."
I would never say that. That is such an old idiom. Nobody really says that anymore.
Okay, bad example. What if I say, "That party was a blast"?
A blast means it was really fun, but if a learner doesn't know that, they might be confused.
Right, so you can ask, "What does blast mean?" Or "I'm not familiar with that word."
Or you can guess from the context. If you say the party was a blast and you are smiling and laughing, I can guess it means good.
Context is king. If you're unsure, you can even say, "So you mean it was a good party?"
Yes, that is the best technique. Rephrasing it, checking your understanding.
So what you're saying is, this shows you are listening and trying to understand.
Exactly. It makes the conversation better because you are participating actively.
Let's talk a bit about slang. Learners love slang. They want to sound cool, like in movies.
I see this all the time. Students try to use slang they heard in a rap song or a movie from the 1990s.
Oh no.
And it sounds strange because slang changes very fast, and some slang is only for very young people or only for specific groups.
So be careful with slang. Don't overdo it.
My advice, focus on phrasal verbs instead. They are much more useful and natural.
Oh, phrasal verbs. I know learners hate them, but they are so essential.
They are. Native speakers use them all the time. Instead of continue, we say go on. Instead of enter, we say come in.
Instead of tolerate, we say put up with.
Yes, I can't put up with this noise. That sounds so much more natural than I cannot tolerate this noise.
So, if you want to sound natural, learn a few phrasal verbs for every situation. They're the secret weapon.
Definitely. And also learn the filler words.
Filler words? You mean like and ah?
Yes, but also things like, well, you know, I mean, like,
Some teachers say don't use them, but I think you should use a little bit.
agreed. If you use them correctly, you sound like a fluent speaker, because even native speakers pause and think.
Right. If I ask you a hard question, you might say, well, let me see.
Exactly. It gives you time to think. It makes you sound human, not a robot reading a book.
So don't be afraid of silence. Don't be afraid to say
Just don't say every 2 seconds.
True. Everything in moderation.
Let's talk about pronunciation. Everyone wants to have a perfect accent.
Oh, the accent. The dream of sounding like a Hollywood star.
But you know what? You don't need a perfect accent. You just need clear pronunciation.
Yes, clarity is the goal. As long as I can understand your words, your accent doesn't matter. In fact, accents are charming.
I agree. I love hearing different accents. It's interesting. It tells me where you're from.
So don't try to fake an American or British accent if it's not natural for you. Just focus on making the sounds clear.
Especially the vowel sounds. And the rhythm. English has a specific rhythm. We stress some words, and we say other words very fast and quietly.
The music of English.
Yes, if you speak every word with the same stress, it sounds robotic. I am going to the store tomorrow.
Beep, boop. Yeah, that sounds weird.
Yeah, a native speaker says, I'm going to the store tomorrow. We smash the small words together.
Gonna, wanna, gotta.
Right, I'm gonna go. I wanna coffee. This is how we actually speak.
So learners should learn these contracted forms. It makes listening easier and speaking faster.
Definitely. But be careful using gonna and wanna in formal writing. Only use them in speaking.
Good point. Save the formal English for your emails and your essays.
Speaking of speaking, let's talk about body language. It's not just words.
Oh, huge. So much of communication is nonverbal.
If you are looking at the floor with your arms crossed, you look nervous and closed off.
People won't want to talk to you.
But if you smile, make eye contact, and maybe lean forward a little bit, you look interested and friendly.
Smile is the universal language. Even if your English isn't great, a smile makes people welcome you.
And nodding. When someone is speaking, nod your head. It shows you're listening.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I see.
Those little noises, they're called back-channeling.
Back channeling. That's a fancy word, but it's simple. It just means you are reacting.
If you stay silent while someone talks, they think you are bored or you don't understand.
So give them feedback. Really? Wow. No way.
These show emotion. They keep the energy up.
I think emotion is so important. Don't speak like a textbook. Speak with feeling.
If you're happy, sound happy. I'm so excited. If you're confused, sound confused. I don't get it.
It helps the native speaker know how to help you. If you look bored, they will stop talking.
Or they will think you don't like them.
We don't want that. So smile, nod, and show some emotion.
Let's move on to a tricky situation. What if the conversation dies? You run out of things to say.
The awkward silence returns.
It happens to everyone, even me.
You, James, the talker?
Yes, sometimes. So what do? You need an exit strategy or a way to restart.
You can ask a totally new question, change the subject completely. By the way, do you know any good restaurants around here?
Or you can talk about the reason you were there. So, are you here for the meeting too?
And if you really want to leave, it's okay to end the conversation.
Yes. It was nice talking to you, but I have to run.
I have to get going. See you later.
Simple and polite. You don't need to make up a big excuse. Just say you have to go.
And smile. Always end on a positive note.
So let's recap a little bit, Olivia. We've covered a lot.
We have. So tip 1, relax and don't worry about mistakes.
Tip 2, use situational small talk to start.
Tip 3, ask open-ended questions to keep it going.
Tip 4, politely ask for repetition if you don't understand.
Tip 5, use body language and emotion.
And tip 6, learn phrasal verbs and contractions to sound natural.
That is a great list. If our listeners do just a few of these things, their conversations will get so much better.
I really think so. It's all about confidence. Fake it till you make it, right?
Yes. Pretend you are confident, and eventually you will be confident.
Practice is key. You can't just listen to this podcast and expect to be perfect. You have to go out there and talk.
Talk to everyone, the cashier, the bus driver, your neighbor.
Even talk to yourself in the mirror. That actually helps.
It does. I used to do that. Hello, Olivia. How are you today?
See, it works.
We really hope this episode helps you guys. We know it can be scary, but you can do it.
Remember, every native speaker was a baby once. We all had to learn. You are doing amazing things by learning a second language.
Absolutely. Be proud of yourself.
And if you want more tips like this, make sure to subscribe to the Best English Podcast.
Yes, hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode and turn on the notification bell.
Also, we love to hear from you. Leave a comment below. Tell us about a time you talked to a native speaker. Did it go well?
Or tell us what makes you the most nervous. Is it grammar, vocabulary, speed?
We read all your comments. They help us make better episodes for you.
You can also visit our website for more resources and transcripts of this episode.
Reading along while you listen is a super powerful way to learn. It connects the listening to the reading.
Great point. Check the link in the description for that.
Well, I think that's all for today, Olivia. I had a great time chatting with you.
Me too, James. It's always fun.
And thank you all for listening. You guys are the best.
Keep practicing, keep smiling, and don't be afraid to make mistakes.
We will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone. See you soon.
Take care.
Bye.